Winnebago Wednesday. This is our season finale of season 2. We've had 10 mighty episodes with some of the best talent that you can ever find in Canada. It's been really great introducing you to some new artists, some new sounds, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. We are closing down the season today with Ari Neufeld, who is something really special, and you're going to be glad that you tuned in for this one. But as we finish the episode, we're going to be preparing for season 3. Now we have some amazing things in mind for you, and very excited to what we're going to be bringing you. It's going to take a little bit of time to reconfigure and restructure some things, but it's going to be wonderful. So make sure you hit subscribe on your YouTube, which is somewhere over there, and hit that little notifications thing. The subscribe helps us get our numbers back after YouTube did that stripping down last month. That little notifications thing will allow you to find out when the next episode of season of Winnebago Wednesday launches. So please do that. Show your love, show your support in that way. One other thing too. I would absolutely love, as we're restructuring here, I would absolutely love to hear what you've enjoyed about the videos, what you've liked, what you would like to see in the future. I'm open. I'm loving what I'm doing here, and for us, the whole idea is to get these artists exposure to you. And if you're loving what we're doing, let us entertain you better. Tell us what you love. Leave a comment on this video of what you love. And as far as any of the artists that you've seen on here, if you're interested in getting in touch with them or booking them or having them over for a house concert or anything like that, and you don't know how to get in touch with them, please just leave a comment on their episode, and I'll put you in touch with them, and that way everybody can be happy. So yeah, very exciting episode today with Ari Neufeld, and it's a bit one of our longer episodes, and so I'm going to cut this short right now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us this season.
Carousel, take 2.
Maybe they'll remember everything we found to tangle ourselves into. Spread out this fancy feast laid out by your 2 feet, with a simple invitation. Drink from the stew, water, honey, to the dregs, 'cause it's pure. Let it cauterize the wound of your appeal, for our love is real. So take me on your carousel, open up your heart to tell the secrets you keep it. Oh, I understand now, this is sacred ground, the wonder that I'm feeling. This here I could water my own kingdom, but I have drank from your love. Yeah, even the thought has got me singing, and I'm dying. me dreaming of you undressed with your hands against my chest. I'm spinning round, spinning round, spinning round. Spinning round. So do that thing you do to me again. I would die happy, man. No, I've dressed up all my casualties to conjure up some simile to explain what we share. Yeah, when your heart is laid
Today's episode is brought to you not by the letter Q, but by Parlor Games Photo. Parlor Games Photo is an amazing photo booth company that services the Lower Mainland, Fraser Valley, and the Okanagan, and they do a great job. They bring out their custom photo booth that they built. They set up props that are designed for your event, and they do the prints right on the spot there. So your guests have a great time, everyone's having fun, and the great thing about it is the prices are amazing and reasonable and wonderful. Their staff is wonderful. Everything about them is great. So please check out Parlor Games Photo for your next birthday party, graduation, funeral, zucchini casserole, whatever this momentous event is that you want to invite people over for, give them a call. Welcome back to Winnebago Wednesday. As always, I am your host, Ryan Barnes, and with me today is Ari Neufeld. Hello, Ari. How are you?
Hi, Ryan. Good to be with you, man.
Yeah, it's great having you out. So we're going to jump right into this here because you are this amazing musician that I came across going to Sistos every Sunday night from 5:30 to 10 or whatever.
6:30 till 9:30.
That's
generally.
Exactly what I just meant to say. So that's
Hosted
perfect.
by the one and only Jenny.
The one and only Jenny Weiss. Jenny's amazing. Absolutely amazing. She's one of my favorite people in all the world. But amazing person. So please go to Sistos. But enough about Sistos for now. Let's talk about Ari. So I met you there, and actually I was blown away by your music. I was so impressed by it, and it was just you have this sound that I could just sit and listen to and veg out and read or relax in the rain or work on my car with, and it's very versatile because it's unlike anything I've ever heard before. So
Interesting.
where does your sound come from? And I understand your vocal cords, but I'm beyond that, of course.
Yeah. Well, I think when it comes to creating sounds of music with my voice, especially, it's I want to evoke a feeling, and I think importantly, I want to evoke a feeling out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And once I can do that and be inspired by that note, then the rest of the song kind of flows out.
Okay.
So with a lot of songs that have been heavily played and practiced,
Mm-hmm.
it comes out, it comes out in a pretty predictable way. But even covering a song that you've played a lot, if you find that note, if you find that inspiration, there's something really, really, really special that happens both with me and I think the people that I get to sing around.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
you mentioned inspiration. So I tend to be inspired by a variety of things. I am inspired by my amazing wife. I'm inspired by the only taco shop that was open at 2 a.m. and I was able to get a burrito. There's just this huge. I wrote a song about Halo 3 once. Yeah, exactly. So where do your inspirations come from? I'm sure it's a wide variety, but do you have something generally that touches you more than anything else?
I'm pretty inspired by her wife too, actually.
All right, that's a whole different conversation that we're gonna have later.
I'm kidding.
So-
I'm inspired. I would say quietly. Most of my writing happens in allegory to. I think allegory is the right word, to nature, and that's really how I experience my metaphors for life.
Sure.
Or my metaphors for the grander scheme of things. But it happened at a very young age when I was homeschooled my whole life.
Okay.
And we had to intention at least a minimum of 60 minutes every morning to reflect on the character of God in nature.
Okay.
So I kept this elaborate journal
Mm-hmm.
of ways that nature spoke to me about God.
Interesting.
Particularly the Protestant Judeo-Christian God.
Okay.
Jehovah,
Excellent.
Father of Jesus.
Excellent.
So I'm no longer a Christian. I don't call myself a Christian. I suppose I try to be Christ-like, but
Okay.
uh,
Was there?
I
something-
still have like these metaphors that I are a daily part of my kind of meditation, and most of my stuff is inspired in that way. It's usually like driven by a relationship, but
Okay.
how I'm understanding my relationship, be it with a lover or with a friend, it's through some kind of pattern I'm discovering in nature.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Excellent. Now you mentioned nature a couple of times, and I've seen your Instagram, and you're out in nature a lot and
I
taking
love
photos
nature.
and I've seen some of your drawings on there, and actually you've got some drawings that you brought with you
I do.
from different things in nature. Can we take a look at a couple of these? And
Yes, I just on a whim decided to bring my little doll around the sketchbook tonight.
Excellent.
And
So
this has kind of become an obsession over the last week or two. I had a I had a commission,
Okay.
just a tentative, give this a shot from a friend of mine who is designing clothing for children, and they suggested that I sketch West Coast animals, pertaining particularly to the province of British Columbia.
Okay.
Because tourists go for that kind of thing, right? And so this was my first sketch.
Excellent.
A grizzly holding a very happy salmon.
Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you be happy
Yeah.
as a salmon?
And I was inspired by this lady in Ucluelet who does a lot of this kind of thing. So some of my drawings in the first couple are dangerously close to her designs.
Okay.
Here's the seagull, of course.
Now these are I don't see any pencils. So do you start and pen and just commit where you're going? Oh, this one's
This is the
one's
pencil
cool.
sketch that I did for my
Okay.
son. Here we go. There's an eagle
Excellent.
blowing bubbles.
With a pipe.
And I was going to put a little caption down below, like glycerin plus Dawn dish soap equals the best bubbles. I haven't got that far. Here's a beaver with the maple leaf.
Sure.
But then I thought, let's go deeper and get into like dad jokes in nature.
Dad
So-
jokes in nature.
Now I have the animals with little speech bubbles. So here's a school of fish saying, "I love school." Yeah, some of these are really good. This is a sea anemone. Keep your friends close and keep your sea anemones even closer.
Excellent.
This is hashtag love with the wolf howling.
Okay.
Isn't that going to be a great t-shirt?
It's going to be an awesome t-shirt.
Here's the BC coastline octopus, octopied.
So
There's so many in here.
when you put your pen to paper, do you already have an idea of what you're going to do, or does it just kind of come out like sometimes writing a song does?
Sometimes, I mean, with these, I have a very specific idea in mind. I drove about 2,200 kilometers this last week
Oh
in
wow.
my car, just getting to and from gigs. And so while I'm driving, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about all this stuff, trying to think of funny, quirky things that these animals might say, but that aren't too obvious. You know, like
Sure.
I don't just want a fox saying, "I'm Foxy," or
Right.
or a salmon pointing at a shirt going, "Actually, the color's salmon." You know, I don't want it to be too obvious.
Okay.
So some of them, here, I'll try and give you a good example of a weird one. They're all so good.
They are.
Here's a
really
good
good
one.
hand.
This one's pretty weird. Hair on point.
Okay.
I think people will have to kind of double take it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then this is actually my favorite one right now. I did this one last night. So the 2 seals.
Nice.
Or
Right.
what?
Of course, because I'm sure that's what they actually.
So anyway, that's my latest obsession.
Excellent.
West Coast animal dad jokes.
Now you, a second ago you said that you're just driving everywhere for gigs, and as I understand
Yes.
that you're a full-time musician.
Yes.
You're a man of music. So how long have you been doing that? Have you been able to do that?
I would say I'm not a full-time
Okay.
musician. I'm most of the time, but and I would be full-time, but I'm small-time. So
Okay.
so it's a lot of quantity and not a lot
Sure.
of quality at this point.
Okay.
Because when you're putting 2,200 kilometers a week on your vehicle, you're not making anything off anything less than a $500 gig, and
Right.
nobody is going to pay you $500 to play music.
Right. So then that begs the question.
So what else do I do?
Well, not so much that. But, I mean, we can definitely go into that if you'd like. But
Okay.
my question was going to be, since you're not really making a whole lot doing that, are you doing this for plans for the future, or are you doing it because you can't do anything else? I don't mean not the ability.
No, I hear
it's
you.
just inside of you.
I'm very busy outside of music
Okay.
as well, as a father and just as a creative. My daily form of consistent creative expression is through cooking. I love cooking,
Oh, excellent.
and I'm a great chef, and I could work in many different restaurants.
Okay.
I think with where I'm at, not to sound like I'm just good at what I do in the kitchen. But I don't want to do that
Sure.
with all my time. So I make a point of cooking special meals on the weekly and, if I can, on the daily for all the people in my life, or for special occasions, or for catering events.
Okay.
And that gives me a lot of life, literally.
Okay.
But it's also another kind of community expression. I think most of the best kind of relating happens around the kitchen table.
Sure.
So I love that, and I love to work with my hands. I'm pretty good at a lot of trades. Right now I'm helping a friend of mine in Okanagan build furniture for his wine bar. So
Okay.
pretty high-end carpentry.
Excellent.
And I'm helping my cousin build a house of an alder grove.
Oh wow.
So
So your time is definitely spoken for.
my time is kind of by the minutes.
Sure.
I will usually go to a job site for maximum 5-6 hours, and then I gotta go off to my next thing, my next gig, or my next interest. But all my interests are pretty creative, and I can't stand being in front of the computer. If I could, I would probably be rich with my creative endeavors.
Sure. That'd be the best.
If I could, man. Oh, if I could.
Well, hey, I really appreciate you making time to come out for Winnebago Wednesday.
Hey,
especially
dude,
this
are you kidding? I
package.
appreciate this.
Yeah. And everybody out here, I know, is absolutely loving you and appreciating you sharing your music with them.
Well, thank you.
So as far as your music goes, where did that start from you? Were you 4 years old, picked up a guitar, or what happened exactly? What started it?
Well, we homeschooled because my parents were involved with the missionary organization, so we did a lot of travel as a family. And music can supersede so many cultural barriers. It can bring people together. But I seriously wanted to be a musician when I was 13. I did a trip to the Amazon, and these Brazilians could unite like 100 people with one guitar. And I started to watch and see how, in Brazil especially, I think Brazilian Portuguese is the most beautiful language I've ever heard sung.
Okay.
And what it would convey to me to hear somebody sing that would bring me to tears, even though I didn't understand the content. I didn't understand the words. It was the emotion inside of the song. And I just decided, that's what I want to do. I want to feel that way more. I want to help others feel that way more. I saw kind of a healing medicine in creating music.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And how old were you when you saw that?
So that I was 13.
13.
13 is when I picked up the guitar. I dabbled in piano. I think I took my first piano lessons when I was 6 or 7. And I love the piano. To this day, I love the piano, but I couldn't read, so it was frustrating to compete with normal piano players.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very different.
And with guitar, I felt confident to just do that on my own wherever in the quiet, and I've been progressively getting better. I have my own kind of techniques that I've developed over the years because I'm just kind of going, I don't want to hear what anybody has to say about the creative forms. I want to just create with a clean sketch pad. You know?
Yeah. I saw a little bit about on your talk on that on TED Talks. My son and I watched that, and it was really it was fascinating just watching your take on music. And we won't go into there. Please look up Ari's TED Talk, and you can see what we're talking about there. It's just a little teaser there. And, so gets them going. But you, unlike me and many other guitar players, you started building other equipment or adding things such as these rattling things we have in your legs and stuff.
Yeah.
So do you have a sound in your head, and I want to make this sound, and so you just put together what it takes to make it, or where does this come from? This adding these non-standard things.
I think I'm just going nuts. Like I'm just not with it.
All right.
So I will attempt things live that nobody should attempt. I will play songs I don't know. I will make up lyrics on the fly, and I was stomping anyway. Everywhere I went, I was just stomping. And it was really starting to hurt my knees and hips. Because, like, if you can imagine, on a cement pad like this.
Right.
And I was constantly trying to get more out of my floor. So I started miking every stage I played on. I was obsessed with it. Just because that beat would really, like, create this energy in the room. Like, you start stomping your foot, and all of a sudden people start paying attention. And on a whim, I had this old... I found this old toolbox in my grandfather's woodshed.
Okay.
And cut it in half and used it one night as my stage, and the rest is history. I've been doing that now for 10 years. It's not the exact same toolbox.
Yeah.
I broke that one, but it's the exact same design, exact same kind of cheap layout. But man, if it's mic'd properly, it's great. And then people started throwing me other, it's like you're juggling, and then somebody throws you a chainsaw or something.
Sure.
And you give that a whirl, and the more you do it live, especially, it really, if it's going to translate, then it'll work. It'll work. No matter how much you perform it in the quiet of your bedroom, it doesn't matter until you get in front of people, right?
Definitely.
So I've just, because I'm nuts, or I don't know, sadomasochistic or something, I am constantly just throwing myself to the sharks.
Sure.
And taking a chance, but the rewards have been pretty consistent in the last little bit. Just with these little techniques that I'm developing as an instrumentalist and as a vocalist, but as a percussionist, especially, people watch me perform and they're just like, I don't know how he's making that sound looking like such a freaking fool, but
I am a
it works,
percussionist, and so that's why I was intrigued by
it works.
So that's awesome. Well, hey, we're gonna jump on and we're gonna see some more of this this stomp box, this percussion, this guitar, this vocal, everything that we're talking about. We're gonna see that in action here.
Stuntman.
So yeah, a little bit of stunts. So stick around, and right after this quick spot, we've got some more Ari. Thank you.
This is Orca. Sitting in the shadows, looking at him through the window, caught a reflection of me inside of you. Surely as the wind blows, where you go, I'll follow, no. I'm caught up in the wake of your tide. You shine like the moon, silver on the ruins of my soft heart. You shine like the sea, you're bright in your morning. You shine all around me. You keep me alive. You keep me alive. Na, 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 she was sleeping in sleep, and I thought it was a dream. Her body filled up the whole room with her perfume. She's coming up out of the deep, she's rising up out of the dream. The Orca babe in the morning dew. You shine like the moon, silver on the ruins of my soft heart. You shine like the sea, you're bright in your morning. You shine all around me. You keep me alive. Oh, you keep You shine like the sea, bright in the morning. You shine all around me. You keep me alive. You keep me alive. Keep me alive.
So, harkening back to the interview and finding metaphors in nature, this is about two very different people trying to connect, and the only way they connect is in a very temporary environment. So this is the loon and the flying fish. They find each other in this kind of in-between space where they can each hold a breath in one another's existence long enough to be in love, but to never, not long enough for it to last. Does that make sense? It's art, man.
I was born swimming free, but I have these great wings. Lord, I have these great wings. I will never know how to fly, but I'll learn to climb. Lord, I'll learn to glide. We're charging at the surface. We're both still a little nervous, and I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are, and where I wanna go. To a sign that I can show you. You're as distant as the stars. I wanna be where you are. Where you are. Oh, where you are. I was born in the reed, and the fly out of the trees. I remember when you pulled me in, how you glide. And I couldn't breathe underneath, but this song flowed out. We're charging at the surface, both still a little nervous, and I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are, and where I wanna go. To a sand that I can show you. You're as distant as the stars. I wanna be where you are. I was born free to love, free I'm charging at the surface. I'm still so nervous, and I wanna be where you are. Wanna be where you are, where I wanna go. So sad that I can't show you. You're as distant as the stars.
thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I kind of feel like I should be singing Old Lang Syne, but nobody really knows the words to that, so I won't, and I've got a horrible head cold today anyway. Thank you for sticking with us through the season, and your support has made it possible for us to get through 2 seasons of this. We're very much looking forward to the 3rd season. So please, as I said before, hit subscribe, hit the little notifications thing, and tune in as season 3 is on its way. Not quite sure when yet, but it's coming, and we're going to take a little time to make it perfect for you. So thank you very much, and enjoy your spring. A new, very exciting. Excellent.
How did that feel? Feel all right?
Sure. Excellent.